Polluted Thoughts Podcast, real talk with real people. I'm your host, Colin Gary.
3, 2, 1.
Polluted Thoughts Podcast, back in your ears. We're here again. The first solo podcast that's going to get dropped. We're real business-like today.
Black tie.
You know.
Ain't no optional.
I got that Tiger King tie. I'm feeling like Joe Exotic. We're smoking on some exotic. Dude, I am so excited for this one, man. This is, what is it, 11 o'clock in the morning right now?
Dude, honestly, we were excited for this. We woke up mad.
No, I'd say Frank called me at like 9 o'clock. I was still sleeping, but then I remember being like, yo, I'm so hyped for this, though. Like, just walk in when you get in. But, nah, dude, I'm super excited, bro. Because we need to get, like I was saying, like, imagine we continue this until whatever age, you know? Because I do know, like, my dad's boys, some of them do podcasting. They were doing it way before I even realized it was a thing. And
yeah, and I honestly, when I think about it, dude, I just think about the potential we have to grow. You know what I mean? Equipment wise, and just like as
knowledge too.
Yeah, and as hosts, you know what I mean? Like as conversationists, it's a skill. You know what I mean? And you get better at all skills. So over time, I feel like we're just gonna be able to like get more natural and be able to hopefully attract more people.
Well, they were doing it more in a sense where like they were just trying to have like fun. Like they were like pulling pranks on the air, or like, you know what I mean, like just fucking with each other, telling good stories, you know what I mean?
That's dope, yeah.
It was cool, and they'd have like a different one of their boys on, like, you know, every time, or like they had like, you know, same core couple people. I forget what the situation might have been, but they were on that shit when I was a kid.
Cool, dude.
Like probably like 10, 11, he's been doing that shit, and then I thought about it, and I was like, dude, that'd be such a cool thing, man. Imagine we're 30 years old, we've been doing it for 10 plus years, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's cool too, because podcasting wasn't even around for that long, honestly.
I thought about that. I still don't know who invented this shit.
Oh, Adam Curry. He's known as the Pod Father.
Okay.
Yeah, so
go more into depth.
I mean, all I know is that he introduced the concept to Apple in the first place for like their Apple podcasts. You know how they used to have like a whole app, but now it's just on Apple Music. Yeah, so he started that, and then at first it was literally just like people honestly kind of thought it was stupid. Yeah. They thought it was like, why would you listen to a conversation? But as things started to like mainstream media started to be like more or less and less trustworthy, people started leaning to podcasts and individual people far more.
No, it's true. Plus, like, as they probably, like, went off into their own niches and shit, they all became more individualized, and then, you know, the knowledge started flowing in per podcast kind of idea.
And I'm sure, especially, like, recently, like, with the rush of podcasts, like, the popularity growing, I'm sure a lot of it's just people hopping on the bandwagon, you know? But, yeah, that's definitely the cool thing about, like, podcasts in general, is that you can find your niche no matter what it is, you know what I mean? And, like, if you like fucking, I don't know, sewing, something queer.
No, deadass. They have like a quilt. I know they have a quilt show. I've seen it.
Yeah,
they have a quilt podcast.
And that goes for whatever it is. That was just a stupid example.
No, but but it fucking exists. You know, it's a real thing. They have for everything. They have a specific World War II podcast that I listen to that goes into great depth about like each individual action and why. You know what I mean?
Dude, I get that there's like so much to talk about, but doesn't that mean that eventually like you're gonna not... Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have, like, no more to talk about. And,
if
like,
it's too specific, definitely.
I feel that. And I guess you could always start just, like, broadening your scopes, going into, like, different wars on the World War II example.
Yeah. I was gonna say, with something like World War II, that's maybe a little too specific to the point where, like, you can only do... He had, like, 300 episodes, bro.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, and that's a really cool topic. Like,
he went really into depth on everything. Like, things that I didn't need to know, but, like, now I kind of know a little bit about kind of idea.
Well, there's definitely, like, military historian enthusiasts who, like they'll eat shit sleep, like, weird history books and, like, history podcasts like that, you know? It might not be me, but that's the beautiful thing about podcasts.
This guy did his research, for sure.
Nice.
He was really in detail, but at the same time, the opposite end of that scale, there's no ending. There's no range for like this. Because it's just conversation. Like, conversation never ends.
I get you. It kind of like pigeonholes you a little bit.
Yeah, like if you specifically choose one category, you do cater to a large group of people who specifically want to
but I feel like it's
watch,
also
learn, anything about that.
I feel like it's also the format at which you present it. Because, like, these type of free-form conversation podcasts, they're a little bit more, like, inclusive to the average everyday person who's not podcast crazy or World War II crazy. You know what I mean? Like, so, like, we could sit down and be like, hey, I don't know, Tim Dillon's a cool guy. Like, I like his personality. And then you happen to be paying attention to whatever he's talking about at the moment.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But he doesn't run out of anything.
Well, exactly.
He doesn't have any juice to run out because it's him just talking about whatever the topical thing is. I mean, his is. I feel like we don't talk about topical shit enough.
I was just thinking the same thing because, like, I feel like a lot of these podcasts they have on like Tim Dillon's excluded from this, but like they have on like PhDs, people who are experts in their field. And, like...
Tim Dillon does, though.
No, he definitely does. And he even, like...
But I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, I'd say Joe Rogan's more known for that. In comparison to, like, Tim Dillon's probably more known for his monologues. Mm-hmm. You know? Mm-hmm. But, like, I being someone who is currently going through college and trying to become an expert on something, you know what I mean? I think it's, like, kind of tough. Because if you wait to be able to get to that point... where you are an expert to start your podcast, it might be too late.
Yeah, no, you're right, because you might already be 60.
Yeah.
Fuck, you went to school for 20 years or 15 years or whatever it took you to be
the
expert.
And you found out your passion is, like just a little bit too late or something.
But, like, dude, look at Joe Rogan and all of them, bro. Joe Rogan's 52. Like, Joe Rogan was... Scooby Snacks. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That was terrible.
Scooby Snacks.
Well, it's the dangers of smoking marijuana.
Dead ass,
CBD.
Dude. Oh man, no. Come on. You know, everybody knows weed. People hit me up. My cousin hit me up. He's like, "Yeah, I see you smoking a big old joint in someone's basement."
Someone's basement.
That was the part I thought was funny. Someone's basement. But anyways, Joe Rogan's 52. Although he was already like famous by like 30, probably I'd say with Fear Factor. Like he wasn't Joe Rogan. But he wasn't Joe Rogan today until he was in his 40s. Well, Joey Diaz wasn't Joey Diaz until he was like 50 something, probably closer to 60.
Totally, and those are perfect examples of people who went down like one avenue, figured out that maybe that wasn't gonna work, or like work to the extent that they wanted it to, and then switched avenues. Like what I'm trying to say is, like, you can be 40 years old and, like, fucking switch your career.
So that's Gary Vee talk about it?
Gary Vee, all I've ever heard him talk about is how much he hates college.
No, fuck Gary Vee and the rest of the other shit, because, like, truthfully, I don't need that kind of shit. But he did say something one time where he was like, he was on Nelk. He was on, like, their podcast, which is really cool.
You think they paid him to go on there?
I don't know what they do. I was thinking about that, too.
Because, like, Gary Vee, it's like $1 million for, like, a FaceTime call.
They have, like, the best people, too. Like, they just had Donald Trump on.
Well, I'm sure they have plenty of money, bro. I'm sure, like, and people like Donald Trump, I bet you he has more incentive to just go on the podcast because he plans on running or something. But, like, Gary Vee, like, he is such a following. Like, that's why I feel like you would need to pay him to get him to take time out of his day. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But, like,
content.
I feel like it's a mixture, though, because, like, they do get millions and millions of views. So, like, why wouldn't it benefit Gary Vee at the same time? Like, he's always talking about content. Yeah. Anyways, he did say this one thing on there. They were just like, what age do you think is too old to start? Like, stop going for your goals and, like, trying for your dreams. He's like, I don't know, 60? He's like, I don't know. He's like, what do you mean? And he's like, if you're 50, he's like, you still have a chance. If you're 40, you still have a chance. You're 30, you still have a chance. He's like, 60s, you honestly still have a chance. He's like, I'd say 70. I think he said 70. 70 or 80. He was like, that's when you should probably call it quits.
Yeah.
Stop trying.
Well, no, because I totally feel that. Because at that point in time, you're like, you're so burnt out and, like,
You've already tried it for 70 fucking years, man.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. If you could say that you tried something for 70 years unsuccessfully.
Yeah, bravo. No, I totally feel that.
Fucking hands down to you, bro. Yeah. You did it for 70 fucking years. You hear someone say, I did something for 10 years, you're like, oh, shit. That's a lot of fucking time.
Honestly, there's something to be said about consistency in general, whether it's 2 years, 10 years.
I think that was his kind of point of the thing. Was just like, you know, as long as you're consistent within those 60 years of trying, like, why not? Why wouldn't you keep trying?
And I feel like anything that you love, you will be consistent with. You know, maybe not definitely, because there's plenty of people, or even myself personally, I've experienced things where, like, in my mind, I trick myself that I'm an enthusiast of this, that I know everything, I eat shit, breathe, sleep, beats, or whatever it is, but in reality, it's I'm sitting on my ass fucking...
Me too.
doing anything else. You know what I mean?
Inconsistent with the things I love, I would say. Like,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like ball, bro. I love basketball. I love playing basketball. I'm never on the court, like, ever, bro. Like, maybe, like, twice last summer, 3 times last summer I hit the basketball court. Maybe a little bit more than that. But, like, you know what I mean?
You
Or,
should
like,
go ball up with Chang sometime. Chris, our friend.
Yeah.
Out in
Chang.
Lowell.
Well, they apparently said they run good 5s. We should get over there maybe
Yeah.
during our spring break.
I heard
Yeah,
that.
we're on spring break, motherfuckers.
Woo! Black tie spring break vibes.
It's it, man.
Bro, with this, I don't know what the fuck to call this. This is like Paisley? Something like that?
I don't know.
It starts with a P.
I got these from
Oh, I feel like Hugh Hefner-esque with this shit, bro.
When my grandma's husband died, she gave me all his old ties, and they were all really stupid.
Your grandpa had a wild life if he had that tie, bro.
Nah, he ain't my grandpa. That motherfucker. He's my grandma's husband. My grandma married him when I was like 8 or
My
like
fault,
7.
my fault. You're telling me this guy is so bad you had to...
No, this dude was insane, dog. He would just, his name was Barry. No, if my grandma's hearing this, I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. His name was Barry, and my grandma hated it, but we always called him Barry Larry, just to make fun of him, because he was always just a capper. He was on some bullshit like all the time, so we'd always be like, Barry Larry, like, that's how we talked about him. And my Uncle Patrick wrote a whole song about Barry Larry. It was really funny. And, like, it was just like a parody song and whatever. So, he would just tell us crazy stuff. He was from Southie, and he'd be like, he came out one Christmas, and he just, like, came out of my grandma's room into the kitchen, and, like, the room was, like, right next to the kitchen, so, like, he walked right out, and, like, came out and was like, take this pen, and I was like, oh, cool, and then, like, he's like, oh, you know where I got that? It was a Celtics pen.
Okay, cool.
And it looked kind of old. It was pretty cool. And he's like, you know where I got that? And he's, like, sitting there, and he's like, you could tell he's about to lie to you, because he's like...
He's thinking a little too hard.
Yeah, exactly, he's taking too long. He's like, no, I got that at the 1986 NBA Finals, Magic Johnson versus Larry Bird. I was there. They won the championship. And we're like, yo, like, come
fucking
on,
Barry Larry off at
like,
it again, bro.
He told us
This
he
fucker.
told us that he ran the Boston Marathon in jeans.
That just seems stupid. Even if that was true, what does he gain?
He also told us he housed Whitey Bulger.
Was he a cop or something?
No, housed him, like, stashed him away, like, hid him from the cops.
Okay.
No, he's real fucking Southie. Fucking, I'm chilling with that, bro. I should smack my ass. The goddamn hemp, bro. It was cleaner, man. It feels much better.
It burns quicker too, dude. It gets you fucking
Yeah,
stoned
but it's
as
less
fuck.
in the head, bro. It's like it's a nice, overall high.
Yeah, I feel like the blunts sometimes they like zoink you a little too much.
Dude. When we get into it, I start like mumbling real hard. I start fucking like barely speaking when we get into the podcast. Yeah, bro. I start like not being able to think. I feel good.
No, we should start doing that more often, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like the hemp wraps are what's up. Honestly, I find that I don't smoke a lot of blunts and I only smoke them here. So when I do smoke them, bro, whew.
Shout out Uncle Sean. He
Sean.
just has a drawer full of blunts upstairs. We just grab one grab once a week. Smoking up. But dude, yeah.
Yeah, no, fucking I'm looking forward to the future for the podcast though.
Me too.
Definitely am.
For sure.
Yeah, we have some like technical innovations coming soon, hopefully.
You guys are gonna check out that new intro you saw at the beginning, made by yours truly, Chang. One and only. We're talking about him, our boy, Chris Chow.
And, I was talking to Chris. He's trying to do stuff like that for more people. So if you're looking for a nice little graphic, something procedurally generated.
Chris.ite on Instagram. Chris, CHRIS .ite, IGHT. People out. He does like sketch animations. And everything, dude. He's just like, anything that this kid touches is just gold. I swear to God. Everything that he does, when he puts his mind to it, is just good.
Well, talk about creative energy, man. There's some people who are just like so loose and able to like let themselves flow.
I feel so uptight, man.
Me too. I really do. But like at the same time, like I feel that there is a reason why I'm more methodical and like try to think out my creativity a little bit more. Because like when it goes well, it goes well, but like it's easy to over process things.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and with Chris, I love his like he's so spontaneous with his creativity. He'll throw down on the spot, and it just sounds like genuine.
We're talking about authentic. A kid who does it, who does shit without talking about it. We were talking about that before the podcast, like just being able to like action before the words. Dude, that kid will have like a whole album.
He won't even talk about it.
He won't even talk. He'll just be like, yo, I just like did this whole album. He has like 40, 50 songs like that are gas. That
the whole beat tape just drops it silently. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think it speaks to doing things for yourself.
I was just saying that too, because like if he has that inspiration too, be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and make a skate video, or fuck it, I'm gonna paint right now. You know what I mean? Like it's just like, because sometimes I feel like so uptight. I feel like I'm like held down by reality, by like a big rope. It's like, you know, not letting me find like imagination land almost, of like just like being able just to go with the flow like so loosely.
Well, I justify it as like realism.
That's
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like I'm trying to be like, yo, you're a adult now. You know what I mean? Like
I need to be.
You can't do this childish.
You can't just
shit.
be like on a different planet in like your head of like what reality.
But let's be real, bro. Whether you're 40 years old or you're 20 years old, that's where you want to be. You know what I mean? You want to be off in La La Land. It's just like that reality or fear of not meeting the standards of reality that's bringing you back. And I don't know, man. It's like a balance, because you got to understand in life that like you can't control when you're thrown down, you know what I mean? Like, meaning point in time wise, or like where society is, or like society's morals.
Yeah, it's their framework.
Yeah, so like you got to balance who you are, but not reject where you're at. You know what I mean? Like your circumstance, your environment.
Yeah. I know. I see. Like I think that too, but like, I think the way to justify or like just explain it is like the minimal amount of reality possible that you have to like concern yourself with is the amount that you should concern yourself with.
I agree.
Because then you're just neglecting like life. I think that's like when shit starts being an issue, and it's like.
Well, I think ideally, like, you can incorporate, like, your happiness, your pride, you know what I mean? Those hobbies or whatever you want to call it that give you joy. Hopefully you can incorporate that into your professional career, too. Like, that's the goal. Like, that's why I personally would like to be an entrepreneur in some way, shape, or form.
Well, you're going to have the business, so you can just apply that to anything you fuck with.
No, exactly. So it's, like, it's a little bit more, like, fly by the seat of your pants and, like, self-driven, and you can make the big decisions instead of being dictated by someone else.
He's gonna be wearing this tie
every day, bro, with the hoodie. With the hoodie, man. It's black tie only in my business.
That'd be sick, bro. If like, we gotta like create some business shit, and then like that's the standard for when you walk into
like
our
clown
building.
school.
No. This is a building for geniuses. Okay? We're talking the next Google. We're talking the next Google here. And the dress code is hoodies with freaking. You have to wear a tie, but it has to be done proproperly.
Yeah, it's gotta look classy.
Yeah.
A certain level of class.
It's just class, you know.
Well, it's an understanding, bro. It's like real men wear pink.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like, what's class other than like plaid pajama pants and a tie under a hoodie?
Amen.
Like, I don't think that there's much more classier than that.
It's comfort within your own like it's comfort within like not meeting the status quo.
No,
it's breaking the status quo.
It's a new blend in fashion these days that I'm seeing, where it's a matter of comfort and class at the same time. And they found a way to intertwine the fibers, and now it's getting to a point where you can really address this as a dress code.
Yeah, it's the next level of business.
For our next Google.
Yeah. No, facts, bro. We're gonna have fucking bocce courts in that bitch. We'll have racquetball mandatory every day.
Yeah. Everyone has to hit the courtyard. It's like bocce. What else? Curling. I fuck with curling, bro.
That's the one where you're on the ice and you're like...
Yes, dog.
So
oh my god. Did you see that in the
Olympics,
bro? The Olympics, did you watch any curling?
No, man. I don't watch curling.
This shit is fire, bro. We have to find somewhere. Dude, in Boston, they had a place where you could just do curling.
Just like casually?
It was free to the public.
That's pretty cool.
I know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dog, I'm fucking telling you, this shit was so sick, bro. Like, it was Canada versus U.S., and these motherfuckers, they throw it down. The motherfuckers got J's on. Like,
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
He's sliding down, and then, like, they angle it so it's all ice, right? Obviously. But the mop is wet, so you mop out like a spot.
It's like a Zamboni.
Almost, yes.
Yeah.
But the idea is, like, you try to engrave the hot water or whatever. I think it's hot.
You're, like,
so,
almost, like, melting the ice a little
so
bit.
So it can, like, pave a way for it to come through. But
so
then you start getting into numbers and shit. I'm not 100% of the rules. But, like, there's a bigger circle, a smaller circle, a solid red circle in the middle. And
it's almost like shuffleboard in the sense, like, different point range.
Obviously, we're at different points. But they fucking... Once you get, like, into the, like, logistics of points and how, like, you have to, like, strategy of it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Then you start having to just knock off this one off the board. So you're trying to just get this one. But then these motherfuckers curve it. They'll be, like, Canada had three whatever pegs or whatever the fuck you call them, the fucking, like, things that you toss. And, like, they had 3 of them, right? So they planned, USA threw it, tried to knock off 1, 2, and then almost knocked off the third one, too. But then kept theirs on the board.
Man, I just
so
don't
it's like
understand
strategy. No, you're just trying to knock them out of the circle. It's almost like
no.
When
I say I don't understand that shit, I understand. I just mean, like, how the fuck can you get something like so accurate? It's like
they look like bros
with
too.
Golf, like,
they're bros, dog. They're dead ass bros. They got like long ass fucking hair. They're wearing like trucker hats with like J's on and like SB dunks and shit. And they're just like kicking it. And then but they're like.
How do people fucking get into that, man? Like, what is their dad like a fucking...
They're fucking like this. You know what I mean? They're like fully lunged out in like the lunge position, holding the shit down, like on the... And then they don't toss it. They just let their hand out. Like,
it's so gentle. It's so...
And then like they like wait, and then like if it doesn't go the way they want it, they gotta start like scrubbing.
That's just stupid.
Don't tell me that.
All right, listen. How do people fucking get into that? I get that, like, apparently people, like, in Boston, they're throwing down curling courts or something.
Dude,
but,
they did.
Like, think about it. The demographic of Boston is not catering to curling.
No, but I think it was just more of, like, it's just an ice block and some equipment.
Yeah, you're taking advantage of the winter season.
And it's the Olympics. Like, they were probably just trying to, like, you know.
Boost it. I feel that. But also... That's gay. I don't know, man. There's just a lot of cooler sports that you could be setting up. Set up like a fucking hockey rink.
Okay, obviously, I would rather play an actual sport, but that shit is cool, dude. Out of like,
it's really like golf equivalent. It's a passive sport.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm really into that shit now that like, because you know now you can't really get competitive with people anymore. Like it's hard to play like 5-on-5 basketball, and then like you know, some people are into it, some people aren't.
No, I feel that, and
it's
even
like a mix of a competitive attitude.
You got restraints with the seasons and stuff. Yeah, no doubt.
That shit. But
it's
like,
a matter
these
of
sports
opportunity.
are sick, bro. Because you can just do it by yourself if you want to.
But there's like a fundamental difference between curling and pool.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Pool,
right.
you get drunk
like, I don't even know
and
what
you have
call
fun
it.
with your buddies.
Yeah,
curling,
but you got like the main entree sports, and then you got like the side entree. It's like just like. You know, I still fuck with that mashed potato, but it's not a steak.
Yeah, but that's like rugby. I enjoy rugby, but all right. Maybe I'm biased because I just like watching motherfuckers hit each other. You know what I mean? That's why I've listed off hockey, rugby, football, getting drunk with your buddies and playing pool because maybe someone gets hit. You know, you never know where the night takes you. But
pool stick.
I mean, shit, bro. You start getting into a heated debate with your buddy. Next thing you know.
Dude, I'm pretty sure China won the Olympics, though.
Just overall, everything?
Yeah.
Honestly, I know very little about the Olympics.
I say I want to watch it every time, and then I'm going to sit down and I watch one event. I watched one event each Olympics this year, and then I went to, I was like, I should watch it, and then I looked it up, and it was over.
It's just kind of anticlimactic, I feel like.
There's too much shit going on. Well, it's also across the world, so it's on at 3 a.m.
Yeah, that's true, but that's also a cool part of it. You know what I mean?
No,
like
it's cool.
You get to see like on a world stage, be able to see like the different nationalities compete.
True.
You know, and I think it's cool how as a society globally, we value certain ones more than others, like how boxing, everyone will watch the boxing ones or the gymnastics ones or something like that. But then like bobsledding, when people are going to, no one fucking talks about that shit, but that's fucking entertaining.
I know,
as hell.
I was gonna say that shit was lit too, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, they do one where you're
They're
face
going 70
forward
miles
too,
per
dude.
hour.
I'm pretty sure they do one where you're like, no, you're on your back. That's what it was.
Yeah.
It's like a
You
one
like run
person.
forward and you like jump
Yeah,
into and pull your body.
It's like not even a bobsled though. You're on like razor blade kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Bro.
Yeah, it's like a
What
bullet
the
on
fuck?
ice.
They're going like 80 miles an hour, some crazy shit, sliding on ice. Like if you fuck up, you
that's
snap
the
your
shit
legs.
that we have to normalize in society. That looks fun as fuck.
Dude, that looks scary as fuck. Are you kidding me? Dude, they're literally launching, dog. Like how fast were they going? Try to look that up. Like at least, you gotta at least find bobsled speed. Human bobsled? What the fuck you call that?
Olympic
Human bobsled.
bobsled.
Oh, stay tuned. We're about to get a real upgrade to our technology so that you can see exactly what we're putting on the screen via either television or edit. Or maybe both.
90 miles per hour.
Holy fuck, bro. Is that just bobsled?
Alright, so I looked up Olympic bobsled speed average.
Oh, that's not even the... Bro, what the...
So that's not
Fuck,
top speed,
bro.
that's not bottom speed.
Dude,
you know
I don't
what
want to
mean?
go 90 miles an hour in a car, dog.
Yeah, those turns are fucking hard. You're gonna, like, I'd be scared you're going straight out of the fucking ring.
What the fuck, bro? Nah, dude. If you hit your leg on that shit, like on the boards, essentially, like a hockey board.
Yeah.
What if if your skate gets caught in an edge, your leg is getting ripped the fuck off.
Well, dude, alright, I think the way that you're going down, it's literally like a bullet. So, like, you're being pulled momentum-wise by the tip.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're not... Pause. But hopefully you're not going sideways, you know what I mean? Because, like, then you tumble.
You're
That'd be
swindled
fucked.
by the dick.
But I think it's also crazy how motherfuckers who are bobsledding usually don't start off bobsledding. Usually they're actually, like, gold medalists from other events whose bodies have started to deteriorate in some way, shape, or form. Like their knees won't be as good or something
Really?
like that. Yeah. I think actually the winner of or at least the leader of the Americans, females, she was like a Swede who previously did like track and field or something like that.
Now
like,
she's a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
Competing for you.
That's also weird. I don't like it
Yeah.
how you can be like from a different country
You can
and
choose.
almost like it's like the NBA, like you're trading teams.
No, it's not like that. You can choose.
You can choose.
Because you have dual citizenship.
But then you have to apply to become a citizen other other places. Like that just seems weird.
Yeah, I know, but like they have a life too. It's probably not just because
No,
of
I'm
the
sure,
Olympics.
I'm
Or like
sure.
if you get married.
But then you should have to be like a citizen there for like a certain amount of time. I don't know. I get that.
No,
I'm
I
not
get what
trying to
you're
like
saying.
hate on it, and obviously like
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with immigrants. That's not what I'm saying.
But like Tom Bodkin, like our boy, like he
Yeah.
could be
Irish.
he could be on the Ireland
Yeah.
national team if he was like, an Olympic competitor of sorts.
No, I totally feel that, and I think that's dope. That makes sense. But this was a unique situation where she like not forged, but like she became an American citizen.
Yeah.
Like 20 years into her or 15 years into her Olympic
Maybe she just
career.
married some American dude.
I mean, yeah, probably.
But then like I don't know. But you're right though. If you were already competing for Sweden, like why wouldn't you want to continue to?
Yeah, no, I tend to agree. Well, I think it's like a lot of it is the politics of the sport. Like the same way NBA and football, they have politics,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they'll pay me a little bit more.
Well, there's like an Olympic
or-
committee per country, obviously. So there's like
and
definitely
an
a lot
overall
of
governing
politics.
body too,
Yeah.
you know? So like everyone's held to the same
Have you
regulation.
seen that like Eddie the Eagle? That movie? He's about like the long jump skier dudes who like go off and
cool.
then they like have to like
That shit's scary.
fly through the air and then land. And like he just like was like really bad at it or something and like was just blah blah blah. But then he ended up getting to like the Olympics and blah blah. But there was mad politics with his committee. He's from London and just like a lot of politics going on within the organization, I guess you call it.
Word, no, I feel that. Have you seen any of the Untold documentaries on Netflix?
No.
They're like, they're really dope. They do everything from like Malice in the Palace.
Oh no, I have seen those. I watched them.
Yeah, you've seen like the ones
And
with
the betting one, the one where the guy like NC State. He was
is that
throwing
the
games.
newest one? Was that the
that was
hockey?
from maybe it's not Untold, but the dude was throwing games on purpose. But like he was like He had to win, but he could only win by so much. What was the idea?
I don't know anything about that. All right, but we're gonna go to commercial. Commercial break. LOL. Flipping Ships official commercial.
Hit us up. We want more advertisement. I'm gonna keep saying it until we get more people to hit us up.
Even if you're just like a local rapper and trying to get some people to go check out your Spotify, your SoundCloud. Yeah, you got a show coming up in the near future, something like that. We got you. All right, we'll be back.
Our sponsor for PTP is Flippin' Ships. Flippin' Ships was founded by CEO Jason Reynolds during late quarantine, and Jason is in the business of providing you with entertainment. Whether you're looking for a restored boat in great condition you can take on the lakes, or if you're interested in watching the process go down, Jason's got it all. His TikToks show the process in an entertaining way for all ages, but check out his YouTube videos because they show every detail of the flip. Check him out on TikTok and YouTube for some at-home or on-the-go entertainment. His handle is Flippin' Ships. That's flipping without the G, ships. And be on the lookout for these flip ships soon on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, we're back.
Oh, we're back.
And I have no idea what we were talking about.
We're talking about the fucking, I'm telling you, so NC State guy. Mm-hmm. He was a baller. He was a starting point guard for NC State in like the 90s.
Okay.
Maybe early 2000s.
And this is a Netflix.
I don't know if it's an untold story, but it's documented.
Okay, it's a Netflix documentary.
Yeah. And so he was trying to make some money, and he like hit up a bookie, and like he connected him with this other guy, and they were throwing games, but not like losing the game. The idea was he only could win by a certain amount of points.
Was this like to be able to appeal to the betting and stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly, because like they'd be like a -6, which means they have to win by more than 6 points or something like that. But like they could be +6, which means that they could, I don't know, like.
It just had to be in a certain range.
Yeah,
I feel that,
like
win or lose.
But like that, the regular betting wasn't like what they were doing, because they could like he would be like, you have to win by less than 4, or something like that, or less than 6, which
that's
is
weird.
Because that's why, because he's betting on the other fucking team.
Oh,
exactly. So he's betting on the other team +6. So the other team is getting 6 points. So the other team can lose by 6 points. But they can't lose by more than 6 points.
Yeah.
So NC State can beat them by 5. So he would go off at the beginning of the game. They'd be like, what the fuck? Like, the bettor would be like, what is he doing? They'd be up 10-0 at the beginning of the game. He would just start fucking balling. He'd have 8 points.
And it's time to have fun. Yeah.
And then he'd just like.
That's when you're actually playing.
Exactly. But then like he wouldn't really shit the bed though. That was his thing. He was like good.
Word.
But like he would like manage the game, so like
make it competitive.
Exactly, but he would like let them like kind of come back at the end and like maybe like commit a turnover here, maybe like there, like some like accidental shit, and like but he would just control the game, bro, so well to the point where you couldn't tell he was throwing the game because they were winning, but they were only winning by like whatever framework he had to win by.
So then, like, how did this come out as a scandal?
He ended up getting busted. I forget how.
Word.
I was real wicked fried. I was off an edible when I watched it. I was edible and off. I smoked and took it.
Dude, it sounds weird, but I forget the tennis player it was. But another really good documentary is the one of the untold stories about the tennis player. You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. So this guy, it's basically about this guy who had a best friend who they've been like competing side by side. They're always like the best in their age range. At tennis, and then eventually they got to like the global stage and they're going against all these people, and this one guy was like never really too into it. Like he was one of the best in the world, but he just wasn't like one of those people who had to be the best, you know what I mean? Yeah. He was casual, just making some money and doing his thing. And then his other friend was just
look it up. I want to know what it is, but keep talking.
He was just like a natural talent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was pulling away all these crazy victories, like competing for the number 1 seat, and then
what is that noise?
That might be my foot on the wood thing.
Sorry.
But fucking yeah. So eventually there's like a shift in the vibe where the guy who usually is comfortable underperforming, all of a sudden puts it into overdrive and like starts winning and realizing that if he goes 7 days a week and like trains 24 hours a day, he could be the best, and becomes like almost addicted to it. But eventually it starts to deteriorate his mental health, and it starts to get in depth into like the repercussions that motivation, productivity, and success can have on you. And in the end, I thought it was more anything just like about balance.
Yeah.
But I just thought it was a crazy story. I'll look up what it's about. The untold
story.
Tennis.
Yeah. No, dude, that's true, man. I mean, like, more money, more problems. I mean,
No, facts.
The idea.
Well, more money, more problems. But at the same, because like I always think of at the same time, J. Cole's always he's talking about how he wants to say more money, more problems, but that's in the end. Being
broke was being better.
Yeah, but in the end, that's like an ignorant statement.
Yeah,
he always acknowledges
he's like, I didn't mean that, and no disrespect to my dudes out there that's casting minimal checks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like, it's true, because in a sense, being broke was better because he was on the chase. Some people say the chase is better than the hunt is better. Because
you're hungry and like it's the journey that's the destination in the end. Because once you get there, it's just like, what the fuck now? The hunt's better than the catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like it's leading up to it, then you get it, and it's like
it's called Untold Breaking Point, the tennis documentary. Dope. It's this specific article says that it sheds spotlight on anxiety, approval, and hold on, and more. But yeah, no, dope one. Definitely check it out.
Well, it's true. I mean, yeah, we tend to see like the famous people as like not even being like real human beings. They're just like, mythical, fictional beings. So
yeah, right. Or we like idolize them in a way where it's like, especially with social media, like when you're only putting up the ideal picture of yourself all the time, people get an idea that your life is perfect.
Yeah,
it's what they want to show you is what you think that their life is.
That's cool when like you see that. That's like when it's cool to see the celebrities share like their shit. Like Kevin Love was like one of the first NBA players. He came out and was like, "Yo, I struggle with like depression and like anxiety and like mental health and shit."
Who was that guy who came out and started talking against China and what they were doing with Tibet?
Sure, LeBron.
No. It was a guy on the Celtics because that's what sparked like them canceling the NBA in China.
Oh, Enes Kanter?
Yes. He was talking about like basically the genocide going on in Tibet.
He also got arrested in Turkey because he was talking shit about the president. Like just for talking shit, he was I don't know, not defiling, but like he was just standing against him and whatever his policies were. And then I don't know if it was on the internet, like if it was publicly, or
it could have been on the internet.
Yeah,
because it's tough when people who are Americans and are used to like the freedom of speech laws go to other countries and then they try to express themselves freedom of speech wise online and not realizing that it's governed by the country that they're in.
Dude, laws are crazy like that.
Yeah.
This is another crazy story, a little bit different, changing the topic a little bit, but still on the NBA shit. Did you see last year when the dude threw the water bottle at Kyrie Irving? Bro, he was my bookie.
Really?
Yeah, bro.
That's cool.
I know. And no, it wasn't cool because he was no longer my bookie after that because, dude, he got charged with assault.
Oh, shit.
With means of like a minor weapon or like something like that. Yeah, because he threw a water bottle at him.
Bro, what? A minor weapon? You wouldn't even get that charge if you beat the guy with your hands.
Fucking look it up, bro. Look it up. He literally, he threw a water bottle at the dude, at Kyrie Irving, as he was going into the tunnel. And, like, that next morning, I got a text from one of my other friends who was just like, yo, like, our bookie, just fucking look on the TV. And I walked out, and my uncle was like, you see this shit? It was on the TV in my living room, like, on the big TV, was just a picture of my fucking bookie. I couldn't believe it.
That's pretty dope, though. I mean, when I say dope, like, sucks for that guy.
Yeah. But I didn't know him. I didn't know him like that. Like, I didn't know him personally.
What happened to the guy that threw the water bottle? All right, the 21-year-old man pleaded not guilty to the charge of assault and battery.
Yeah, but it was with a minor weapon or some bullshit. Like, there was some fine print wording.
I'll do some further investigation.
Yes, please do.
All right, so a 21-year-old man who threw the water bottle was arrested and charged with assault and battery by means of dangerous weapon. Not even minor. Dangerous weapon. Yeah, dangerous weapon.
No minor. No minor in that.
Dangerous as fuck. And is set to be arraigned in Boston on Tuesday, per the Boston Police Department.
Yeah, bro.
That seems extra, because like I get that they have to set a precedent. Like you can't do this to the players or whatever. Like, because imagine every single time we fucking lost or you disagreed with something, you throw a fit, you throw shit.
But at the same time, you think about it, what other intent do you have by throwing a water bottle at someone from?
I don't know, man. They're probably also looking at their players as an asset, being like, "Yo, what if that water bottle gave him a concussion?"
Yeah,
something stupid.
True.
You know what I mean? It's a genuine concern because they're paying these players like $15-20 million a season.
Yeah, no, you're right. But then like you said, the venue itself has to set a precedent of like what is not going to be allowed there.
And the police need to back them up on that.
Yeah, well, dude, there's police there all the fucking time.
Well, I mean, think about it, man. There's like, how many people do you think are in the garden? I think it holds like 20-something thousand, 30,000. Max 39, I'd say 39.4 maybe max. Garden capacity.
But like, you also think they're not always sold out. But still, I'd probably say like an average Celtics game's like 20,000, 15,000.
It says 19,580. That's specific as fuck.
Yeah.
But
hold on, now look up like an average attendance for a Celtics game or something. I bet it's like 15,000. I was gonna say 20, but now that I see that number, I bet it's like 15 because they're usually pretty packed.
Attendance for
average attendance for
Celtics. Yeah, Celtics specifically. The Celtics, it says 18,300.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
that's the 2022 attendance.
Okay, yeah. So each game is pretty much sold out, almost like minus like 1,000.
Yeah, that's a full stadium.
Yeah, because it usually looks pretty packed and like.
Totally. So we're usually pretty good. You know what I mean?
You gotta have the necessary authority to hold that many people. Like you gotta think that there's gotta be whatever the ratio is of deviance in this crowd.
Dude, with the crazy shit that we see in today's day and age with like bombings and stuff like that, you have to consider worst case scenario.
Exactly.
And like if it takes 15 minutes for the police to get there, that's 15 minutes too late.
Dude, this is fucking a really off topic too. There's no security or like anything on a train. Motherfuckers can get on a train with like whatever.
What the fuck do you think you're gonna do on a train though?
I don't know, bro. I'm not crazy like that. I'm not a motherfucker who's
no. But like, I'm not saying that. But like, what I'm saying is like, what I guess like
people who want to hurt people. I don't know.
Okay. I was thinking like a robbery situation.
No.
I was gonna say because there's just no money, no nothing. I guess if you're like some weirdo who wants to send a message or something,
stick up the train. I don't know, like on some like oldie like 50s shit. Be like, everyone run their pockets, like, and then like while like the rest of the crew's like up in the front getting like the whatever they need from.
They're in like the first class room, collecting all the gold bars.
The people are like getting resources from the cargo or whatever. You know,
and then they'll like free the prisoner in the last cart or whatever, and like let them loose and be like, "You're on our side now, Bucko."
Yeah, exactly. It was like nice to have you back, Johnny Cade. You know, and it's like
and then they ride off to the sunset, shooting their guns with a bag of money over their shoulder. Exactly. Yeah, I could totally see it.
But no, I was more thinking like, I don't know, crazy fucking people who want to hurt people.
Yeah, man, it's unpredictable because, like, if you're getting to that point, you really don't know. Like, there's nothing that you won't do. You know what I mean? So, like, a form of rationale is, it could just be, like, where people are.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, people like the Boston bomber, like, there's no reason for anyone to ever bring a bomb to a marathon. Like, no one would have ever
even,
thought
like,
about that.
A step further, like, no reason why anyone should ever be scared at a marathon. You know what I mean? Like, why would they even think of that? Like,
exactly my point. It's just like, that's so fucking absurd to even think about.
Yeah, right?
That's a possibility.
No, I agree. Even, like, you remember way back when like, the, Batman premiere got shot up or whatever? Like, who the fuck goes to a movie premiere? They're like, oh shit, I'm gonna go see the new Christian Bale Batman movie. It's gonna be the tits. And next thing you know, it takes a turn for the worse. Like, no one expects that.
That's exactly what I'm saying, bro. It's just like, people are fucking beyond nuts. They're like fucking cuckoo bird crazy.
Yo, we should start taking jujitsu classes. I understand that you have a background.
I did. I should say, if I said I do, I'd be fucking lying.
No, but you have a background. You know what I mean?
No, but I've gone once to the place where my boys go.
Okay, cool. Well, we should just get hip, because what I'm saying is, like, on the topic of crazy shit you never know what to expect, like, jiu-jitsu is a perfect example of a type of, like, self-defense where you are, like, practicing 110% every single day, so you're more suited for actual, like...
The only problem is we're busy, dog.
Ah, man, I ain't busy. I can squeeze shit in.
No, we could squeeze shit in. We could, but like, school.
You work more than I do. Yeah, I
work
plow,
and then
so.
like podcast. So it's like,
Well, dude,
but no, we should like just at least rolling and shit. Like we'll get a little area set up.
I mean, I would just like to
teach some shit.
Yeah, I'd like to get a little bit
I
of
can
like.
teach you all the basics. I am pretty rudimentary on all that shit.
No, I fuck with that.
It's basic, I know I've like the basic covered.
Yeah, because like I did boxing when I was younger.
Yeah.
But that's like rolling is a whole different thought process.
Well, my shit was everything. So it was like we do 2
was it like
days
a mixed
week.
martial art
It was like mainly jujitsu based.
Word.
But we did I think it was like I'd go like maybe Monday through Thursday or something like that, or I forget what it was. It was like 3 or 4 days a week.
Word.
And then it'd be usually jujitsu 2 days a week, or we do like a little bit of kickboxing and boxing, then jujitsu. But it was like boxing, kickboxing, jujitsu, a little bit of judo, and then like we do like real sparring. We do some real But like eventually, once I got like kind of good, and my like after like a year or two, and then my instructor, his name was Matt Sung Lee. Man, I'd love to fucking find him if I could find him and have him on. That'd be incredible.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's from Korea or something like that.
Cool. Dude, yeah, no, that'd be a cool conversation. I definitely.
He was sick, bro. He was so cool, and he taught me like so much. But after he realized that I could like actually had some promise, like if I like kept this up throughout my life, then I probably would have been like pretty nasty. But like, so he was like putting some like real like effort into me. You know what I mean? Like trying to like really push me along.
Some lessons. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, so he took me to this place, and like it was in like Watertown actually.
Okay.
And it was kids all my age, all my size, pretty much, and you wear headgear, a body thing, gloves, like arm pads, leg pads, and it was
for, like,
UFC.
And knees?
It was UFC.
Well, that's
for little
martial
kids.
Arts. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like, but like I kept trying to like take kids down, and like I was like jujitsuing them, but it's like hard to fucking when everyone's wearing pads and shit. Yeah, it's like hard to fucking choke somebody out.
Yeah, no, I feel
so like
that.
I'm trying to like do all this shit, and they're just punching me in the face. You know what I mean? And my dad's like, this was like the first time, like my first round in there. That's what was happening. And I'm like getting them all over the place. I'm like kind of like trying to like submit them, and the kids just punch me, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? You know what I mean? I'm like, I know that was the shit, but I'm still like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? And my dad's like, what are you doing? Like after the fight, and because I definitely got lost, I got beat up, and then like my dad's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" He's like, "You could punch these kids in the face."
Yeah.
He's like, "Why aren't you taking advantage of this?" I remember I went out there, and the first thing I did was try to throw like a fucking flying like. I went to do a knee, but like I couldn't get up that high because I was really little. So like I tried to like throw like a kick too. I was like I jumped up in the air and I tried to like kick the kid. And I kicked him like up here and like it didn't do anything. But it was like I was like yes, bro. And then it was just, after that it was literally just 2 like 10-year-olds just punching each other in the fucking head. It was sick. It was so cool.
No, but dude, that's the shit that I'm trying to get into.
No, yeah,
because like,
sure.
Like I just think it's good for your mental as well.
We're gonna have Matt and Lewis on again, because when I had them on before, you weren't a coach.
Yeah, no.
So they're gonna come on again. They've been doing like competitions and winning competitions.
Cool,
bro.
fuck yeah,
They're
man.
on their shit, dog.
Yeah, dude, let's get them on.
Lewis is in his bag. Matt is winning too, bro. They're both like winning full competitions.
Fuck yeah.
Like on some crazy submissions too. They're
Fuck
nice.
MMA?
Yeah, it's just jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
It's like they're rolling on the mats, like jiu-jitsu tournaments. But they're like pretty big, bro. Like for New England, at least for Massachusetts, I think all of New England, bro.
The amount of like strength that goes into body control and being able to like maintain a position on the ground.
It's
crazy.
So like each class is like you show up. You're like fucking around, talking a little bit. Instructor, like, it's just like, all right, now let's get ready.
Yeah.
Do a little warm up. You do like stretching, like rolls, like certain rolls and shit, blah, blah, blah. And then he teaches you a move or two. And then you like practice those moves with like whoever your partner is.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's like usually just roll for like the last half an hour to an hour.
Cool.
Dude, I was fucked up, bro. So, first of all, I first roll against, like, some kid who was pretty good, and he was much bigger than I was, so and we're wearing Ghees. This is a Ghee class. I had never done Ghee before.
Yeah, that honestly would have deterred me when I
had a Ghee, and we would occasionally do Ghee class, but there's a lot more to it than I ever got taught, because I was I wore shorts and Under Armour tees.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
To, like, every class.
Yeah, with Ghees, you can literally, like, choke someone out.
No, that's what happened, bro.
Yeah.
So, like, first of all, fucking sleeve control.
Yeah.
And sleeve control on the ankles. They'll just fucking yank you. I'm a little dude, dog. I'm like, especially someone like, this kid was, like, much bigger than, like, it was, like, a little bit shorter than you, but, like, bigger.
Yeah.
And he was just pulling me around and shit. He was doing whatever he needed to do. But, like, he also got me down and got me on both sides of the collar and just went and like fucking like, and I was like choking me out.
That's
with
the
ghee.
motherfucker to look out for, because like imagine like some shit, you're out in public, some shit happens, everyone's got a collar on their shirt.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
You
that turns into a
weapon. You just
like
grabs like this and just fucking.
Yeah. What the fuck just happened?
And the kid that I was rolling with too
Bart
was like
Simpson.
he was so nice. He was the nicest kid ever, bro. And then he like
Those are the kids to look out for.
rolling and he fucking choked me out like 2 or 3 times in a row.
And afterwards he'll give you a high five and help you up.
Yeah,
that's terrifying.
But then I was like, after those 2 or 3, I ran to the bathroom and threw up, just because, not because he like choked me out so many times, but because I was putting in so much
muscles.
effort.
Yeah.
Exactly, like shit I hadn't used in 10 years,
Yeah.
8 years, whatever, since the last time I'd done it. So like, I went to the bathroom and I was like throwing up, came back, and then I rolled with a woo, and he was fucking me up, and like he was just doing whatever he needed to do with me. But then I started rolling with this kid who I just started, and I kind of like beat up on him a little bit, just because like he was just, and I think he thought he was gonna beat up on me because he's like, oh, new kid, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of felt bad because then I like, I put him in an arm trial like 2 or 3 times in a row.
Don't feel bad for that shit.
No, I don't feel bad necessarily, but the kid was like still learning too. So,
but that's the beautiful thing about like mixed martial arts in general is it's a humbling experience for everyone involved.
Yes,
you know what I mean.
That was
like,
the cool thing about
whether you're getting your ass kicked or you're kicking someone's ass, you're like, wow, I'm either capable or wow, I got something to work on.
Usually, yeah, because like I had a really bad temperament as a child with the sports and shit, where it was if I wasn't good at it, I got angry.
Yeah.
And then if I like continued to do it and wasn't good at it, and like just kept getting angry and angry and angry, like I wasn't like try it one time, it doesn't work, I get angry, I'm out.
Yeah.
It was more of a like try a couple, like 5, 6 times. Every time I get angry, what's the point of me just doing this and getting angry? I don't want to do this anymore.
I feel like that's a more of a rational thought process, though. Like when I say that, like everyone when they're a little kid is gonna get fucking pissed. Oh, really?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like even if it was cool, you know what I mean. It was just like skateboarding. It's like I tried skateboarding 100 fucking times.
But you stuck with basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
and I
stuff
sucked
like
that. Yeah, I sucked that ball too. But I just really like.
You know what I mean? But like that's the point. Like what I'm saying is like you can, if as long as you like you're that kid who gets choked out on the mat the first couple times. But if you have the determination to stick with it, next thing you know, you'll be like Matt and Lucas.
Well, that's what
you'll be able to like compete with people who have experience, and maybe it'll take a little longer. It's gonna take a different amount of time for everyone. You know, and that extends to everything, not just MMA.
No, you're right. It was but like point of me bringing it up was when I like got choked out and just getting beat up by everybody, and like I also was rolling with like at the beginning we were doing like grip strength.
Word.
So like we were just doing like you literally had to just grab onto someone's gi and then like the other person
hold on as much as possible.
And it was just like each person just does it, like, you know what I mean? It's just like free for all. And I was going against like grown ass men. Like I'm talking this one dude, I forget his name, bro. He had the biggest hands I'd ever fucking experienced in my life. He grabbed onto my thing and I was literally like chopping his wrist and like I couldn't get it off. Like he had the hardest. He had like what you would envision a Russian bear strength to have in their hand, like
specifically Russian.
Dude, yes,
because you know those motherfuckers are way scarier than American
He just
bears.
grabbed a hold and I couldn't let go. So like that shit was just crazy. But in the past, I would get angry. Was the point of bringing it up when like shit doesn't work? But I was like really happy that I was getting my ass kicked.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, this is really humbling.
Yeah.
Like I'm getting my ass kicked by every one of these dudes who's so fucking nice, bro. Like afterward, they're like, dude, it's great to see you. I hope you stick around. Like I want to, you know, like
it's a
great
community.
You know what I mean? Exactly. They love
and
that.
It's
shit.
all mutual respect. Like
exactly.
Like and when it comes down to it, there's like strength in getting fucked up and still showing up tomorrow.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like in whether getting fucked up is like having your boss ridicule you, but you're doing something really good at the job that you enjoy.
Yeah.
Show up the next day. You know what I mean? Like you have a vision for the greater good is all I'm trying to say. Yeah.
You always gotta like take whatever it is with a grain of salt, even if it like doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Like try to just see the perspective of the whole thing, even if it was shitty.
I always have the thought that you can take a lesson from literally every insignificant thing that happens in life.
Yeah.
It's just a matter if you want to be open to the lesson. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Some lessons are fucking stupid. You know, some lessons are going to go in one ear and out the other, and they're never going to apply to you.
Dude, I heard this shit, and I kind of like formulate a little bit of it, because like it's definitely not all from what I heard, but it was like, shit happens, is the phrase, but then it's like, no, sorry. Shit happens for a reason, or things happen for a reason. It's like, there's no predestined, like, determination of, like, fate up in, like, the heavens.
Yeah, it's your interpretation.
Exactly. And, like, you know, it's what you do for yourself, essentially. Or, you know, the other people do. It's how, like, you know, the whole universe creates whatever, like, the path is. And it happens each second of every day.
It's the same way that, like, sometimes I'll go to the tattoo shop and I'll get a tattoo that means nothing to me. You know what I mean? It's just fucking cool. And then afterwards, looking at it, and once I enjoy it, and I'm like, that's a cool tattoo, I'll assign value to it.
Yeah.
So, like, I'll look at that and just come up with metaphors of how it applies to me and why I enjoy it.
Exactly. So it's like, things don't happen for a reason, necessarily, in a fate way.
Yeah.
But everything happens for a reason in a sense where if you take perception and you gain a value or you gain, like, I guess, perspective on the situation, whatever that may be for life or, you know, business or whatever it is, then it happened for a reason.
Yeah.
You know, that's the reason. I mean, shit doesn't happen for a reason for, like, fate. It happens so you can fucking see what happened and learn from it.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Like, I think it's as simple as that. And I think that really every day, you know, every day is not a good day, but every day something good and bad happens.
There's
so,
an
like,
opportunity,
you got to
bro.
assess, like, the situation at hand and see why things happened and, you know, what you can learn. Like, that could have been that could have been terrible. I could have just killed that person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they just walked in the middle of the road while I was driving. I could have just hit them.
You're like, next time, not texting and driving.
Yeah, exactly. You know, some shit. I'm never doing that again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit like that. Not even, but that's just, like, that's kind of drastic.
But no, that's a real life example. You know what I mean? And that's obviously an extreme example, but it could literally be like, oh shit, I don't have my coffee this morning. Maybe I should appreciate the little things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm miserable without my coffee, but
fuck, I don't have any weed. You just live life without the weed.
No, or go pick some up. You know. Either or, whatever the lesson is, you know, whatever the lesson is. It's gotta be open.
It's gotta be open-minded. You gotta see the perspective. Whoever said, you don't got weed, go get some weed. Maybe you don't smoke weed. I don't know. There's two ways.
Yeah, weed's too expensive. Get a better job. You know?
Do better.
Do better. It's all motivation, bro.
Alright, this is where we're gonna leave it, you think?
Yeah, I'd say it's a comfortable time.
Alright, this was the first solo. Hoodie and tie.
Hoodie and tie.
It was the apparel for today. What was the, I don't know, hoodie and tie theme? Maybe we could bring it back.
Business casual.
Yeah. Business casual for our new business, you know. Alright, well, I'll leave you how I always leave you. Peace. Believe in yourself. Wowdy.
Deuces.